Em entrevista exclusiva à TPA, a porta-voz adjunta do Departamento de Estado americano reiterou o total apoio da administração Trump ao corredor do Lobito, destacando que, até ao momento, mais de 6 bilhões de dólares já foram arrecadados para se investir no referido projeto que consta da lista das prioridades da administração Trump para a África.
Em uma curta entrevista exclusiva à TPA, a porta-voz adjunta do Departamento de Estado americano Mignon realçou igualmente o apoio da administração Trump ao corredor do Lobito, que até o momento já arrecadou mais de 6 bilhões de dólares, segundo a porta-voz, que serão investidos no corredor. E ela destacou ainda as mais-valias que o projeto trará à região.
As you know, under President Trump and this administration, we have been very supportive of the Libido corridor and this critical infrastructure development project. We understand that this project will drive economic development, that this project will lead to more diversified supply chains, to opportunities to increase regional and international connectivity and really build critical quality jobs for the region. So it is an investment that the United States remains committed to. It's an investment that the United States feels is very important, not only for the region, for Africa, but also for the United States. It continues to support our priority, which is making America safer, stronger, more prosperous. When Africa is prosperous, the United States is prosperous. And so we're looking forward to continuing to support this project.
In terms of specifics, what will be the next step?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So, you know, to date, this administration, or the U.S. government writ large, has mobilized over $6 billion for the Libido corridor. This money was specific to support this infrastructure project. It is critical to the infrastructure project, and we continue to work with our partners around the region internationally to support this project. In addition, right now, what we're seeing, the next phase of the project is being led truly by the African Finance Corporation. They're focused on sort of moving the developments to increase support to the markets that are so critical to Africa, where this project will really have a huge impact. That includes sort of transportation, of course, and infrastructure, but also energy, digital technology, sort of markets that are agriculture, that are really important to the continent. And so right now we are looking at the leadership of the African Finance Corporation, but the United States will continue our public and private investments in the Libido corridor and working directly with our partners around the region. Angola has been a fantastic partner as it relates to the Libido corridor. Their leadership, their diplomacy in this vein has been critical, and so we continue to work diplomatically on all fronts to really see this project through to fruition.
And just to clarify, there is some Angolans that were like kind of skeptical or like hesitating that this administration would not be interested in financing, be part of the Libido corridor, because as you know, this all started with previous administration, and there was those discussions among Angolans and some Africans that probably this administration would not be interested. But this is out of,
could not be further from the truth. And so I hope in speaking to your viewers and to your audience, you all are very clear that we are very clear that this administration, under the leadership of President Trump, continues to support the development of the Libido corridor. This is a priority for this government. We are really looking forward to, as you know, President Trump is a deal maker. He is very steeped into business. He understands how important it is for public and private sector investment from the United States with our partners on the region throughout Africa. And so this is a priority for us. We remain committed.
You're aware that we fully support the Libido corridor, for example, and this is a huge project which is extremely important and vital for this for the economies of not only Congo or the DRC, but also Zambia and definitely Angola, but all other regional countries will benefit from it. So we fully support this project. The DFC is one of the major players in terms of providing the financing, which hopefully will be done quite soon. But the project has progressed considerably, especially on the Angolan side. We are now discussing with the Congolese Tshisekedi's administration to work on the Congolese side with regards to railways, highways, but also power projects, including dams and hydroelectric projects.
Entretanto, o conselheiro sénior do presidente Trump para os assuntos africanos manifestou o interesse em visitar o nosso país e elogiou os esforços de mediação de Angola para trazer a paz na República Democrática do Congo. Massad Boulos fez as declarações depois de visitar 4 países africanos em busca de um acordo de paz para a RDC e deixou claro que a posição dos Estados Unidos sobre o conflito é que o M23 deve baixar as armas e o Ruanda deve deixar de apoiar o referido movimento e retirar as suas forças do território congolês.
O assessor sénior do Departamento de Estado americano para os assuntos africanos, Massad Boulos, regressou aos Estados Unidos após uma missão diplomática de alto nível à República Democrática do Congo, Ruanda, Quênia e Uganda.
I'm grateful to all the countries and leaders who hosted us. This initiative is a reflection of President Trump's commitment to Africa and his desire for regional peace. Our team's efforts are a product of his vision to see an Africa that is anchored in shared economic opportunities, not in conflict. And President Trump believes strongly that all parties involved are ready for peace. Now he expects all parties to demonstrate that readiness through action.
Confirmou planos de visitar o país em breve, citando o seu papel de liderança na União Africana e o seu grande compromisso na resolução de conflitos.
As I indicated, we fully support these initiatives, including the African Union specifically, which is headed by Angola now, and we couldn't visit Angola on this trip, but we will definitely visit Angola on the next trip. Having said that, we had a phone call with the Foreign Minister Tete, as I indicated, and it was extremely positive. We appreciated their efforts, we appreciated their initiatives. As Angola initially, we all know that they've tried over a long period of time, and they came very close. But now also as President Lourenço as head of the AU, we fully appreciate their efforts and we fully support those efforts. Actually, the United States will consider all diplomatic and economic tools to advance peace. It is in everybody's interest to promote peace and to advance peace and to ensure we have stability in the region. This conflict has gone on for too long. It's been more than 3 decades, and it's about time to end it. So the United States does have quite a bit of tools at its disposal that it can and will use if need be. We do hope that this will achieve a permanent peace and final stability in the region.
Absolutely. The senior advisor was pushing on diplomatic fronts to really create greater investment, U.S. investment through the public and private sector in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. But as we know, the only way that's possible is if there's an end to the fighting, right? And so in addition to really thinking about sort of greater U.S. investment, we have also been calling on all parties for a cessation of hostilities to create real conditions for lasting peace that would also give rise to respect of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the DRC, Democratic Republic of the Congo, and that also really just contributes to greater stability in the region. And so, yes, the senior advisor was there on the ground having multiple conversations with mining sector investors, with business leaders to really talk about this investment opportunity. But beyond that, really focused on how we can end the fighting in the Eastern DRC and focus on sort of creating those conditions for investment.
As you know, the main reason why Congo wants to really make this deal, one of the many reasons, is not only the peace that they are trying to bring to DRC from security guarantees from the United States, but they are also looking for strategic partnership. They really want to become partner of the United States of America. Is this something that will be considered during the negotiation?
No, that's an excellent question. I mean, I can't speak to what these negotiations entail or sort of the future of what these negotiations will look like. But what I can say is our commitment to peace in this region. And our commitment is sort of on all diplomatic fronts. We are engaged heavily with all partners to ensure there's a cessation of hostilities so we can really see conditions for lasting peace on the ground. This is the only way for us to invest fully. And so we are committed in this vein. We're working day in and day out. This is, there's not a day that goes by that we are not focused on an end to the violence, which has displaced so many people, created so many human rights abuses, the death that we are seeing, the destruction to communities, the regional instability. This has got to stop. And so what you're seeing is, on a diplomatic front, senior advisor was selected by the president, which just underscores our commitment. This administration's commitment to this region was selected to really bring about investments to the region, but also support a lasting peace that's necessary for these investments.
Are you confident that finally we will have peace in DRC?
Look, we are working on every diplomatic front to see peace in DRC. It is our hope, it is our prayer, it is what we are working on, it is our policy priority right now, and so we will continue to work on that front.
Well, thank you very much.
So welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Washington, D.C., Mário Vitória, Nurit Pierce, Ariana Vraz, para a TPA.
E agora, o tempo em Angola.